My husband had caused my death 99 times. The most recent time, he pushed me in front of an oncoming truck to save his beloved first love. Casually, he told someone, Diana is pregnant. She can't stand the smell of blood. Don't let her see this. You'd better control the situation. Don't let her lose vital signs in our car. I didn't say a word, just curled up in the trunk, waiting for the end of my life. Someone tried to stop him. He shrugged. She's died 98 times. Every time she wakes up, she just apologizes. At that, everyone glanced toward the trunk. Someone placed a $100 million bet on whether my first words after resurrection would be, I'm sorry again. But they didn't know. After dying 100 times at the hands of the man I loved, my karmic debt would be cleared. I'd ascend beyond this world, free from earthly love forever. When I woke again, I was still lying in the trunk, bleeding. Faint retching came from the front seat. The car braked suddenly. The door opened and he looked down at me coldly. If you're still alive, get out. Diana is sick because of you. I pushed myself up from the bloody mess and wiped the trunk clean with what was left of my shirt. Diana had an obsession with cleanliness. Last time, she refused to step on the ground in her new shoes, so Tristan Jagger stripped me naked to pave her path. Seeing me behave obediently, Tristan softened his tone for once. Be good. When Diana gives birth, I'll... Before he finished, Diana gagged again. He rushed back to hold her, coaxing her gently, then barked into the phone, ordering the housekeeper to bring another car in 10 minutes. The first time I died for him, he was this nervous too. A shady diving instructor had pinned him underwater. I dove in to pull him out and lost my life. My body spasmed. My face turned purple. Just before blacking out, I heard him scream. Someone please save her. I'd give my life for hers. But that was the first time. Then came 3 times, 10 times, 99 times. Now he watched me die without blinking, even using me as a prop to please Diana. A gust of wind snapped me back to reality. I stepped out of the car and began walking forward. Behind me, his cold voice rang out. Did you forget something? Sorry. Every time I came back, he made me apologize to Diana, for making her nauseous, for dying in front of her, for existing. I said it calmly, straightened up, and kept walking. Maybe I was too obedient this time. Tristan's tone shifted again. This car is dirty. Clean it. We'll ride back with the housekeeper. He stepped out, shielding Diana's belly with his arm, his brow furrowed with concern. I had been pregnant once too, but 3 months in, the dog I raised barked at Diana and frightened her. Tristan unleashed 2 mastiffs on me. They tore through me, and the child inside me. He said, children can come again, but if I don't teach you a lesson, you'll never learn your place. Now I'll never bear a child again, but at least I'm about to be free. It was a long, painful walk home. The 2 of them entered together, clinging to each other lovingly. But the housekeeper stopped me at the door, looking uncomfortable. I'm sorry, ma'am. The young master said Miss Johnson can't stand the smell of blood. With that, he blasted me with a high-pressure water hose. The pain was searing. I crumpled to the ground, shaking. 10 unbearable minutes passed. At last, I dragged myself into the bathroom. Head low, body soaked, barely holding together. Only one death left. The final one. Tristan, Diana whispered. She survived 99 times. If our child could be like that too. I know a lab, Tristan replied darkly. They specialize in reprogramming people with unusual body types. Reprogramming. Tristan's voice dropped lower. We'll talk about it later. A heavy silence fell until Diana broke it with a soft question. Is this mango fresh? Seeing me step out, she walked over, holding out the fruit with a sweet smile. Could you taste it for me, Winda? I'm pregnant, so I can only eat fresh ones. Tristan's chest rose and fell as he looked at my pale lips. He remembered I was deathly allergic to mangoes. Today had been chaotic enough. He was about to stop her. But I didn't wait. Without hesitation, I grabbed the mango and shoved the whole thing into my mouth. Juice spilled from the corners of my lips as I bit down desperately. Perfect. This should be the last death. Finally. But before I could swallow, Tristan rushed over, grabbed the back of my neck, and forced me to spit it out. Then came a slap, hard and stinging, across my cheek. Are you trying to die? He shouted, voice trembling with fury. You know you're allergic to mangoes. Is dying once a day not enough for you? Ignoring the sting, I forced myself to swallow what was left. As his footsteps drew closer, I closed my eyes. Unexpectedly, his hand cupped my face, and his voice dropped to a near whisper, spit it out. But it was too late. A wave of suffocation surged up my throat. I gasped for air, my lungs burning. At that moment, Diana began to gag loudly. The second he heard it, Tristan dropped me and turned to her in panic. This mango tastes awful. She whined. The housekeeper ran in, took one look at me and paled. Madam is allergic. Call the doctor. Tristan hesitated, just for 2 seconds, then swept Diana into his arms. Take care of Diana first. To the others, he added coldly. Cover Madam's mouth and lock her in the bathroom. I don't want even the scent of mango near Diana. The housekeeper froze, overwhelmed. But I didn't wait. I dragged myself up, leaned against the wall, and walked to the bathroom, locking the door behind me. Tristan watched my fading figure, brows tight. He truly didn't understand me anymore. Do you have to die again just to be satisfied? Is this another trick to get my attention? But I said nothing. When I woke again, I sighed in frustration. The dose had been too small. I was still alive. Turning my head, I noticed a bottle of allergy meds on the nightstand, with a small note beneath it. Take your meds when you wake up. I'll be there soon. No signature, but the handwriting. I knew it too well. Long ago, we used to leave notes like this. His reminders would be stuck to the fridge every day. Wear something warm. It's cold today. No ice during your period. Text me if you're out late. I'll come pick you up. Then one day, the fridge was replaced and no one mentioned the notes again. Still upset you didn't die? Tristan entered, face unreadable. Only then did I realize I'd sighed again. He walked over, tone curt. Did you take your meds? Next time you run into something you're allergic to, don't be stupid enough to swallow it. He reached out, hesitating for a second, as if to touch me, but stopped himself. It had been too long. Forget it, he pulled his hand back. Tristan, I said quietly, I'm sorry. I made Diana vomit again. I picked up the medicine bottle, poured all the pills into his palm, and looked him straight in the eye. You can reprogram me, or just let me go for good. Here, hand them to me. I'll take them myself. My tone was so calm yet defiant that Tristan stood stunned for several seconds. Winda, are you insane? Do you want to die that badly? He suddenly flung the bottle to the floor, voice raw with fury. You want to die? Fine, but I won't let you. He froze after the outburst, as if shocked by his own words. He hadn't been this angry in years. He was Tristan. He wasn't supposed to lose control like this. With a bitter scoff, he loosened his tie and sat down, expression cold. Stop throwing tantrums. You're not going to die. We've checked everything and still don't know what's wrong with you. I recently acquired a lab. They'll draw some blood, figure it out. Maybe we can use it for the baby in Diana's belly. Before he finished, I silently rolled up my sleeve and offered my arm. Go ahead. Draw it. The more the better. His chest tightened inexplicably, but he'd promised Diana he'd uncover the secret in me, for their child. So he swallowed his discomfort and called the doctor. The needle was thick, nearly the width of a baby's finger, and plunged deep into my vein. I didn't tell Tristan the truth. From the first time I died for him, I knew I could only die 100 times. And once I'd died in his hands 100 times, my karmic punishment would be complete. Then I'd disappear, to a place no one could find. From then on, I would no longer belong to love, to humanity, to anyone. Tristan's phone rang. He answered without looking at me. I'll pick you up tomorrow and take you to the lab. The doctor hesitated. Mr. Jagger, with Madam's current condition, she really needs rest. Tristan paused, then said tersely, she won't die. The doctor broke into a cold sweat and dared not speak again. But the next day and the one after, Tristan didn't come. Instead, our joint account lit up with transaction notifications. Couples down jackets, thermal winter sets, wool socks a sled. Unbidden, a memory surfaced. Once, we'd gone to Antarctica together. Diana found out and followed us. Dressed only in a thin sweater, trembling and blue-lipped. Like a madman, Tristan threw his coat over her shoulders, then stripped mine off and gave it to her too. Diana sobbed in his arms. Winda didn't want me to come. She threw away all my clothes. But Tristan, I just wanted to see the penguins with you. He glared at me full of scorn. You're jealous, poisonous, vicious. Fine. Taste for yourself what it's like to freeze to death in Antarctica. Then they left me behind. I died there, in nothing but a single layer of clothing. Snapping out of the memory, I quietly ordered a pair of couple snow goggles for them, then canceled the joint account with Tristan. Soon he sent me a message. Just a symbol. I didn't respond. Shortly after, I heard familiar footsteps outside my door. Pack up. We're going to the lab. I lowered my eyes and stood. From behind him, Diana stepped forward, smile sickeningly sweet. Winda, it must have been so hard for you, giving so much blood for the baby. But if the tests don't yield results, we might need your help again. You're not going to die anyway. Maybe you could even lie on the operating table and let us deconstruct you. For Tristan's child, of course. All right, I said calmly without hesitation. Tristan's expression darkened. His voice was cold. We'll talk about that later. A flicker of jealousy crossed Diana's face but vanished instantly. The three of us got into the car. Tristan turned on the music, but the silence between us was louder than any song.